All right, for today's workout, we're gonna do something a little bit more that's just kind of classic CrossFit. I was playing around with some numbers from the Open and the regionals and the games and looking at some of the different workouts and the loading and that kind of thing. And one of the workouts that's always kind of been my GOAT that I think showed up on CrossFit.com a long time ago was 21-15-9, deadlift at 225, and overhead squat at 135. Now, great .com workout, awesome workout to do. Since then, ratcheted it up a notch and have done that workout a few times at 315 and 185. So that combination of deadlift, overhead squat with just the barbell is super gnarly. So I kind of wanted to wrap that into a package today with more of an open style workout, starting out with some lighter weights and then build over the course of a little bit of a shorter time frame. So we're looking at an 8-minute AMRAP today of 10 overhead squats at 95 pounds, 15 deadlift at 95 pounds. Every time you complete a round, you're gonna jump up to 135, then to 155, 185, 205, and 20 pounds every set you complete after that until the 8 minutes is up. Always good to hit a weakness, just a barbell movement, overhead squats, deadlifts. Let's get after it.
So quick to shoot down the game. Your burden is heavy, but I carry every ball and chain. Gonna feel the air under your feet. I'll be the pulse and rhythm when you feel you're drifting off the beat. Oh, you wanna run to me, wanna run to me. I'll be your soul shaker, I'll be your rainmaker. So tell me, are you ready for the fight, for the fight? I'll be your storm chaser, I'll be your human nature. So tell me, are you ready for the fight, for the fight? Standing high, yeah. We can see the world through a diamond eyes. Ain't no need to hide. And I'll give you shelter till you warm inside. This stormy weather can't break us if it tries. Let's take the ride. Oh, I'll be your soul shaker, I'll be your rainmaker. So tell me, are you ready for the fight, for the fight? I'll be your storm chaser, I'll be your human nature. So
Starving for attention, killing to be cool, cause we're just dying for affection. Starving in the streets, tell me what I'm missing. Everybody's getting back exactly what they're given. Desperate is as desperate does, one step away from giving up. But don't give up, no, don't give up. Lord knows we've had enough. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. United we stand and divided we fall. If it's all for one, it's one for all. It's so hard out here, out here, out here. Running out of breath, how can anybody breathe? We're running from the law.
Wrap up. Loved it. Definitely got really difficult, obviously, at that 185, 205 pound barbell. I wouldn't have changed anything. I went out pretty quick. Tried to stay on top of the bar in my transition between overhead squat and deadlift. Quick change out of the plates, right back on the bar. You don't have much time, right, with that, only 8 minutes. The first change out takes the longest, taking the 95s off, putting the blues on for 135. If you have 10s, obviously, that you can get there, bumper plate 10s, probably an easier way to move up in weight without having to take so much off on that first round. But yeah, I liked it because as the weight gets heavier, you know, getting into that overhead squat when you're super tired as the weight goes up, the minute you get a little bit out of position, it's really gonna throw everything off because everything's all fatigued already. So I noticed that for sure a couple times on the 185, but definitely on the 205. I hit my first snatch, my feet went super wide. My left shoulder was kind of out of position, and I always start to spin when I'm not in quite right position with my left shoulder. So I was only able to squeak out like 3, I think, on the first set. Would have really liked to get a bigger chunk there, but just wasn't dialed in on that first snatch and didn't make the adjustment that I needed to. The other thing, I'm sure I'll be looking at the video, a couple of no reps in there for not closing the hips and lifting the shoulders all the way on that overhead squat. It's a tricky thing when you're in a competition doing overhead squats, and so many times in your gym, you can lock out your hips, lock out your knee really hard, but your chest might still be hovering out in front or out over top of your knee because the bar might be a little bit out front. You just don't have yourself all the way stood up with your shoulder, hip, and knee all in line. So make sure you're aware of that on this. If you see those reps in my workout, remember to do them correctly in yours. But great kind of open style workout, quick, fast, no place to hide. You just kind of have to go for it. So I would recommend just stomping on the throttle and getting after it. If you're gonna scale, I would make only 10-pound jumps after that 95-pound barbell. So maybe go from 95 to 105 to 115. That's gonna get you more reps. If you know that you can't snatch 155 or you can't clean and jerk, get it on your back and overhead squat like 155, then bring the weight down. So start at 95 but only make 10-pound jumps around, right? That's gonna get you more of the rep count that you wanna get. I think I was somewhere north of 100 reps for this workout total. So you wanna be somewhere in there. Typical games athlete, if you're planning on going to the games, I would say you definitely have to get through that 205-pound barbell and into some reps in that 225 range. Through there, I don't know if anybody would make it past there. Maybe somebody who's super good, super efficient at maneuvering the barbell around. But definitely if you're planning on going to the games, this would be something that you would want to get through that 205-pound barbell. I think I got one deadlift at 205. So when the bar hits the ground, grab it and go. Your legs are going to be on fire. For the deadlifts, your back's going to lock up pretty bad in this one. It's going to get pretty tight. You can sacrifice, right, a little bit of form, but don't get crazy. Don't completely round out. Don't let the wheels fall off. Don't fly off the bike, right? If you really start feeling yourself rounding, if you really start feeling yourself get out of position, put the bar down, step back, take a break, get back on the bar, set up in good position for your next pull off the floor or your next overhead squat. Hope you guys like it. Throw some times down in the comments. Let me know how you guys did, and we'll see you next time.